So in this class we are going to understand method returning a value. So it is possible that a method can also return value. So from which method is going to return to where it is going to return. That is called method, right? I say once again, called method can return value to calling method. Okay. Syntax is very similar to the parameterized method. That is, but I have put here a square brackets, means you may write the parameter or you can omit the parameters. That is up to you. Okay, right? That is what optional. So square brackets indicates what? Optional. So whether you write the parameters or you omit it, that is up to you. So square brackets represents optional. Okay, let me explain the program here. Let me explain the program. Okay, right? So if you see here, this is what not parameterized method returning a value. Okay, method return value. Okay, right? So this triangle method is taking the base and height, and it would like to return the answer. Okay, so therefore it don't want to print the value. Instead it would like to return the value by using a keyword called as return. Return what? Where the answer is present here. The answer is present in what? Area variable. Therefore we are going to return area. Okay, so the triangle method would like to return what? Area. Okay, so this return value data type we have to specify before the method name. This is what here we have to specify. Okay, so before this method name, we have to specify the return value data type. So this area data type is double. Therefore here we have to write what? Double. So now the error is gone from here. Okay, so this is what we call as, this particular statement is called as return data type of method. Return data type means return value data type of the method, means this triangle method is returning double answer. That is what is the meaning of this particular thing. In short, this statement is called as return type of method. Type means data type, return data type of the method. Okay, right? Now let us say that. Okay, let us say that. So let me remove this constant. Directly we'd like to go with this particular scanning only. Okay, so here to the triangle method we are passing base and height. Okay, so base and height is passed. It is calculating the area. It is returning the area. Okay, that return answer will come over here only. Here only it will return the answer. Such a return answer now we have to store in a variable. So let me say double area. Okay, area, like this I am going to store. So this area, whatever the value it is returning, okay, that value will return over here and that will be stored into area variable. Okay, now I am going to print on the monitor. So what is that? Is area is equal to, okay, area is equal to plus area. Okay, so like this we can return and we can get a print on the monitor. So enter base 2.2 and I am going to give 3.3 like this. So area is equal to 3.63. Okay, so this is what return type. So whenever a method returns a value, that returned value you have to store in a variable like this, or else you can also print directly with the print statement. Say here area. Okay, area, let me say that I put a colon here. Okay, now what I can say is directly I can call the method triangle. Okay, triangle, I can pass base variable and what? Height variable. Like this also we can use. So we can use the method in a print statement. So println statement, the print statement, the output statement also you can use, because whatever the result it is returning, that result will print here. Okay, so therefore let us see I give, okay, 2.2 and I am going to give 4.4. Let's say that. Now you got the answer or not, right? Same output. So the returned value either you store in a variable and use in the program, otherwise directly show the output using println method. Okay, so this is what returning the value from method. Okay, so therefore let's say that I come over here and I paste as a program. Okay, program, then what I'm going to do here, it is Control V. Okay, so let me show you, right, this is how I'm going to make it program, right? Fine. So what is mean by then void? So what is a void? What is mean by void? Void means void does not allow to return a value. So see, I'm getting an error. Okay. So void methods cannot return a value. See the error message, that is what void methods cannot return value. So if you don't want to return any value from a method, then you have to say that void before the method name. So what is void? Void means we are telling that void method does not return a value. Got it clear? So whenever a method does not return a value, you have to tell in the method by writing void before the method name. Okay, Control Z, and I'm going to make it right. So this is what is void. Note, okay, what is the meaning of void? Okay, so void before method name represent that method does not return a value. Okay, so this is, so void before method name represent that method does not return a value. Okay, this is what the meaning of void. So you can see main method is returning what? Main method is specified with what? Void. Therefore this main method does not return a value. See, there is no return statement over here. Okay, so this is what the meaning. Now let us practice some more programs on this particular thing. Okay, so let us take one more program. Did I copy that program? Yes, I copied. Let me write another program here. Okay, method takes a number, takes n, and return sum of 1 to n. Okay, sum of 1 to n. This is what I would like to write the method. So the method takes n and returns sum of 1 to n. So therefore I am going to write the method. Let us say that the method is public, okay, public static integer sum. Therefore I can write here, it should take a number n. Okay, now see, sum is a method that takes one n number and returns an integer answer, okay. So therefore integer, okay, integer sum is equal to 0. Got it? But this sum variable, sum method name, and this variable, okay, better give another one. Okay, so I am going to give sum1. The variable name I am giving as sum1. Okay, right. And I also take one variable called as I variable in the loop. So I would like to calculate I is equal to 1, I is less than is equal to n, then I plus plus. Okay, so here I am going to now write the for loop like this. So integer I is equal to 1, I is less than is equal to n, and I plus plus. Okay, so therefore, so this is what sum integer n. Okay, so what's the formula? I can write sum okay, 1 is equal to sum 1 plus I. So already these programs I have explained. Okay, so return what I can say, sum 1. Okay, so this is what n value we are going to pass, and the loop runs for 1 to n, and that 1 to n I values are added to the sum and return the sum. Okay, now what I need to do here, it is I am going to write the logic over here. The logic is like okay, sys out, okay, enter n. Okay, now I am going to write integer n is equal to, okay, kb dot next int. Okay, then integer sum, okay, sum s is equal to, let me say that, now I am going to call sum of n. Got it? So this n value what I give from the keyboard is passed to the sum method. So it is passed to the sum method, which is going to return the answer, which is assigned to s. Now I am going to print sys out. So sum is equal to, okay, plus what is that, s. Got it? Now I am going to run the program. Here it is asking to print, okay, give 5. Now it's printing sum is equal to 15. Is it okay? Right? So like this we can give any number. So I am giving something called as 10, and it is sum is what, 55. Okay, like this we can write. Right. So let me give you one more program here. That is what a program, that program that I am giving over here. Right. Next program also I'll give you one more program. I'll give you, right, let's say Okay, in this case, right, let me give you another program. Okay, let me give you another program, please wait. Right, so method, okay, method method takes a number and return true if number is odd, otherwise return false. Return what? False. Okay, so we have to write a method that takes a number and returns true if the number is odd, otherwise return what? False. Means this method should return a boolean value. So like that I am going to explain. Public, okay, static boolean, okay, I can say that odd, okay, odd even method I am going to, okay, otherwise I can write is odd, I am going to write, because we are going to check odd number only. Okay, because return true if it is odd, otherwise return false. Okay, so therefore I take a number integer n. Okay, so this is odd method return taking an integer value and returns a boolean value. So now I can write if at all n modulus 2 is equal to 1, then n is an odd number. Okay, then n is an odd number. Okay, so if n modulus 2 is equal to 1, n is an odd number. Therefore I am going to return what? True, boolean value true. Otherwise I can return what? False, another boolean value. Okay, so now I am going to write here sys out, okay, enter number I am taking from keyboard. That number I am going to pass to the boolean. Okay, so therefore I can say that boolean, let's say that fun flag. Okay, flag is a variable I am taking. So now I am going to call the method is odd and passing what? And sorry, we have not at all read the value for n. Okay, n is equal to, okay, n is equal to kb dot next integer. Okay, now we have read the number. That number we pass to the add method. Okay, so but here I am going to write integer n. So okay, next int please, next int. Okay, right, so it reads one number from keyboard and stores into the n, and is odd method, to the is odd method this n value we are passing. Okay, n value we are passing to the n here, and if it is an odd number it returns true, otherwise false, which comes here and stores into the flag. Okay, which comes here and assigns to flag. Now we are going to print the flags is out. Okay, what is that is, okay, n is okay, number is, otherwise we can say number is, okay, number is odd, is a number odd, or otherwise we can say is number odd, we can write like this. Okay, 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 is odd number, like we'll print the flag, let's say that flag, something like this we are going to write. Okay, right, this flag answer we are printing. Okay, so let's say we run the program. So I am giving 5. Okay, odd number true. Okay, is also we not required, odd number true. Okay, so let's say I run the program. Now I give 9, odd number true. Okay, now I run the program where I am going to give what? 8. Press enter. Odd number false, because 8 is not an odd number. Okay, like this we can return the values from the methods. Clear? Now I will give you some practice programs. Okay, I will give the practice programs, then you practice well. Okay, so practice. Okay, practice, right, just wait please. Now I'll give you some practice programs. Let us see what the practice programs. So I'll first of all pause this video and I'll copy paste some programs. Please just wait some time. Okay, let me pause this. Okay, so these are the practice programs. Right, write a method to find the average of two numbers. Okay, you create a method average here, and that average method takes two numbers and returns the result of average. Okay, right, now I have given complete description over here. Then write a method to find the maximum of two numbers. So you write down, okay, max, let's say that maximum of two numbers. Okay, so the return type is average. Average means what? Double average. Okay, right, here maximum of two numbers means return type is integer. Okay, implement integer maximum to return the biggest of two numbers. Okay, right. Similarly, now write a method to check if a number is prime number or not. Okay, you have to implement a method called as what? Okay, that is what boolean. This method should return what? Boolean value. Boolean is prime, and you have to pass n. So number you have to pass. If the number is a prime number, it should return true. Otherwise, it return what? False. Okay. So you go through all these particular notes, please. Then similarly, write a method that takes a number and return its reverse. Okay. So you write a method that integer reverse integer n. So you pass a number to the n and it should return the reverse of that number. So all these particular logics already I have explained at the time of for loops and while loops. Okay, you go through that programs and implement this particular thing. And here read this one and accordingly you implement it, right? Similarly, write a method that takes a integer array and x and return frequency of x in the array. Okay, see the frequency method that should return a integer value, and here we have to pass integer array as well as what? X. Now you write the code. Okay, you write the code. Okay, write a code to return how many times okay x occur in what? The A array. Okay, how many number of times x value occur in the A array? That is what we call as frequency. That is what you have to do. And how to implement this particular main I have written here. So say take an array, some numbers, and call the frequency. Pass the array and what? 4. See, in this A array 4 occurs how many times? See, 1, 2, 3. So that you should return and assign here, and you have to print frequency of 4 in the array is frequency. Similarly, we also check frequency of 5 in the A array. 5 in what? A array. So in A array how many times is occurring? 5, 1 and 2 times. So it should return 2 and assigns to what? Frequency, and print here. Okay. So main method code I already have written. Just you have to write this particular code to implement. Okay, the frequency of a number. Okay. So this is what methods returning values. Okay. Right. So here we are going to close this particular session. Let us stop over here, please.